Number 30 on the back of his jersey. JT Messick is a third guard that starts for the Colts. He's a 5'11 sophomore who wears the number 20. One of the forwards is manned by Ben Hershey. Hershey wears the number 14. He's a 6'2 junior. And at the other forward, Caden Floyd. Floyd wears the number 15. He's a 6'4" sophomore. So once again, for West Jess, your starters are Livers, Thornton, Messick, Hershey, and Caden Floyd. Now let's take a look at the starters for Harrison County. At a guard, a 6'2 senior, number 1, Caden Custard. Another guard is Mason Smiley. He wears the number 3 and is a 5'9 senior. Another guard is manned by Elijah Harris. Elijah wears the number 13. As we said, a 5'9 senior. At one of the forward positions, Garrett Wilson, maybe the best defender on this team. He wears the number 20 and is a 6'1 senior. And at the other forward, Braxton Grubb. Grubb wears the number 25. He's a 6'2 senior. So once again for the Breds, it'll be Custard, Smiley, Harris, Wilson, and Grubb. Of course, Harrison County coached by Terrence Brooks, who is now in his 4th year as the head man for the Thoroughbreds. He has an overall record, and a very good overall record as the coach of the Breds, 58-27. That's a .682 winning percentage. So there are your starters and all the other stuff you need to know. We'll take a break and come back and have the national anthem, and after that, the tip-off of tonight's game between Harrison County and West Jessamine. You're listening to the Cynthia and Hardy's pregame show on WCYN Sports.
Fresh air.
All righty, back here on the hilltop. Harrison County and West Jessamine playing each other for only the 3rd time in the school's histories. West Jessamine has won 2 of the previous 3. The first time we played these guys was back in February of 2002 over at Scott County High School in the Kentucky Bank Invitational, a game that West Jessamine won 99-68. They wouldn't meet again until 7 years later here on the hilltop, a game that Harrison County won 81-72. And the last time the two teams got together was back in February of 2011, a game that was played down in Nicholasville, and that game was the closest. No, it wasn't. It was closer than the big loss. But in any case, West Jessamine won that game 65-52. We talked about the Thoroughbred schedule for the rest of the week. The Phillies, who last night lost their opener to Brossart, they'll be in action on Thursday when we'll head up to Northern Kentucky to Dayton High School to take on the Lady Green Devils. And then on Saturday, the girls will open up the Riverview Meets Tip-Off Classic with a contest at noon against the Lady Yellow Jackets of Woodford County. Also on the hilltop on Saturday, over at the middle school, the Joe Cochran State Farm Harrison County Invitational Wrestling Tournament, otherwise known as the JCSFHCIWT. And if you're a wrestling fan, you can go over and watch the wrestlers. Or if you're a wrestling fan and a basketball fan, you can go and do both. So lots of stuff going on here on the hilltop on Saturday, beginning at noon, with Harrison County Phillies taking on their friends from Woodford County, the Woodford County Yellow Jackets. But right now, the Harrison County Air Force Junior ROTC is presenting the colors. The Harrison County Pep Band is all ready to go with the national anthem, so we'll take a listen to that, after which we'll take a break and then come back for the tip-off of tonight's game between Harrison County and West Jessamine. But right now, let's bring you our Star Spangled Banner. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, the starting quintets for both of these teams about to be introduced. We were talking a little bit earlier about the Riverview Meets Tip-Off Classic. The whole slate of games looks like this. There will be 5 games, as we said, starting at noon with the Phillies taking on Woodford County. At 1:45, Doss will take on St. Henry as Dragons will take on Crusaders. I give Dragons an even chance of winning that game. Then at 3:30, Bracken County will take on Ludlow. So you got Polar Bears and Panthers. Polar Bears would probably eat Panthers alive.
I would think so.
I would think. Then at 5:15, Beth Haven plays Collins. And then at 7 o'clock, the Harrison County Thoroughbreds will wrap things up against the Mustangs of Moore High School. Now that 7 o'clock is merely an estimation. It probably could be at 7. More than likely, though, I'm thinking maybe 8.
Oh,
With the games an hour and 45 minutes apart schedule-wise. So, yeah. So, great crowd for tonight's game. I mean, golly, a Tuesday in November. This is excellent. I think it shows the anticipation and expectations of the Harrison County fans for what should be a fantastic year for our guys. These seniors have worked long and hard over the past several years to get to this position. In fact, with the exception of Caden Custard, all these kids have only played for Terrence Brooks. So should be an exciting night here on the Hilltop. As we said, remember about the foul rule. 5 fouls a quarter till you get to shoot the bonus, which is no longer a bonus. It's 2 free throws. That's the thing I got to remember, is to stop calling it a bonus. There is no such thing as a bonus anymore. All righty, Caden Custer jumping center for Harrison County across the midcourt stripe will be, actually it's Ethan Little who's getting the start because I marked it the wrong place. So Ethan Little, a 6-foot senior, is starting tonight for West Jessamine. All right, the tap is up, and it's going to be chased down over on the far sideline by Elijah Harris as we get things underway from here on the hilltop, the Colts and the Breds. Wilson with the ball on the left side, gets it on the wing to Smiley, long range. Mason gets it up top to Grubb between the circles. Broxton now to the near side to Custard on the near wing. In front of the west bench is Wilson. He'll fire it to the far side to Custard. Custard back to Grubb, who then hands it back to Custard. Now to Wilson, long range on the right side. In the corner finds Harris. Harris takes a dribble, now gets to the top of the key to Grubb. Now outside on the left side to Smiley, who will hand it back to Custard, back on the near side to Harris. Harris takes a dribble, gets it to Grubb in between the circles. Good patient offense by Harrison County. Ball knocked away, but Grubb chases it down in the backcourt before returning it across the midcourt stripe and giving it on the far side of the circle to Wilson. Wilson to Custard to the basket, lays it up and in. So Caden Custard opens up the Harrison County season with a layup. Harrison up by a score of 2-0. We played just over a minute of basketball here up on the hilltop. With the basketball in the front court is Little. He'll get it between the circles and into the hands of Hershey. Hershey gets it in between the circles to Livers. Livers back up top. Here's a long three that's in and out, no good. Rebound on the floor is going to be chased down by Garrett Wilson. And here come the Thoroughbreds. Racing to the basket, but missing the layup is Smiley, but he's going to be fouled. And Mason will go to the line for two. First foul of the ball game. It's going to be against Hershey. It'll be Hershey's first personal foul. It's not your dog.
That's hard for me to listen to. And I was like, come here, buddy.
I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Get over here.
Hershey committing a foul. And I tell you what, Hershey can commit hard fouls.
Buddy, he can do it.
First free throw by Smiley is good. In fact, Hershey make a good linebacker. Two-shot foul, which is the way that they'll all be from here on out, at least for the foreseeable future. Second free throw by Mason is also good as the Thoroughbreds have opened up a 4-0 lead here in the early going. With the basketball in the backcourt is Livers. Livers being hounded by Harris. Fires to the near side, knocked away. Loose ball, though, picked up by Thornton. He'll get it on the baseline to Hershey. I'm going to have to stop thinking about it. Inside the center circles is Livers. Livers guarded man-to-man by Harris. Now looking for someone to pass to. Lobs it up to the top of the key to Thornton. Thornton backs up, now gets it on the near wing to Hershey again. Hershey to Floyd. Floyd to the basket. His layup's no good, but a foul is going to be called on Grubb as he gave a little love shove there.
Yeah.
Good call.
I'm not big on color commentary with basketball, but I will say that's some stout defense to start out the game.
Oh, yeah.
By the Breds.
I mean, you got to consider
see
our
that.
four best defenders are back.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So we should be good. Caden Floyd at the line trying to get the goose egg off the scoreboard for West Jessamine, which he does with that free throw. Pulls them to within 3 at 4-1. You'll have another. Second free throw at the 5:56 mark is good as well. 4-2 is your score after those two Floyd free throws. Little three-quarter court press being applied now by West Jessamine. The good thing for Harrison County is we got a lot of good ball handlers out on the floor. Custard across the timeline, gets it over on the far hash mark to Harris. Harris drives baseline, backs up for a 15-footer, no good off the flange. Rebound, though, picked up by Wilson. He'll fire it up top to Smiley, and it's a three-pointer. A Canuck Wall three-pointer by Harrison County's Mason Smiley. Harrison County's lead grows to 7-2. 5.5 minutes left. Oh, nice three fired up and good by West Jessamine. Sawyer Thornton burying the tray. Gets his team back to within 2 at 7-5. With the basketball on the baseline, Custard 10-footer good. Caden with the baseline hopper. Harrison County goes back out on top by 4, 9-5. Baseline, call it 10-footer. With the basketball, Livers in the front court for his Colts, who are now down by 4. Pass is knocked away and stolen by Wilson. Drives to the basket and lays it up and in.
Defense to offense.
Nice steal and bucket by Garrett. Makes it 11-5. Now racing to the basket and laying it up and in will be Hershey.
That's a nice pass.
Hershey with his points, first points of the night, makes the score 11-7. Over on the left side at the block is Custard. Double team, fires it in the corner to Mason. His shot's no good. Elijah Harris gets the rebound. His putback is no good, but he's going to be fouled. Foul's going to be assessed to Floyd. That'll be the sophomore's first personal. Harris at the line looking for his first points of the night as we approach the midway point of this first quarter. Number 13's first one is good. So Elijah gets his name officially in the scorebook and improves his team's lead to 12-7. Second free throw is also good.
Love seeing that too. Made free throws.
Like that. Now the inbounds pass knocked out of bounds by Harris as Harrison County a man-to-man full court press. Trying to get the ball inbounds will be Thornton. Thornton gets it to Livers, who's being guarded face up by Harris. Harris, great hands. Livers just now crossing the timeline, goes to the right wing, steps inside the arc, now passes it in between the circles to Thornton. Thornton to Hershey. Hershey, backdoor cut, gets the ball down low, shot's no good, but we're going to have a foul on the play after Little missed that shot. It's going to be a
no
foul
basket,
on Harrison County. Braxton Grubb picks up his second personal foul. So at the line, Ethan Little.
At the line for West Jessamine.
Trying to get his team back to within 4 right now. The Colts trail 13-7. First free throw is good by Little. Coming in the game for Harrison County, Justin Craycraft, 6'6" senior. He'll be relied upon to do some good things underneath the basket this year, with Will Furnish now taking his basketball down to Campbellsville.
Craycraft 6'8". Is that right?
Second free throw is no good by Little, and Garrett Wilson goes in there and gets his third rebound of the night. In the front court, Harris dumps it down on the block to Wilson. His shot's no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. Good, crisp passing and spacing by Harrison County here early. Foul's going to be on Floyd, and that'll be Caden Floyd's second. So that'll quickly get somebody off the bench as Wilson goes to the line. First one's on the way and off the front of the rim, no good. Coming in will be J.T. Messick. Messick, a 5'11" sophomore, wears the number 20 on the back of his jersey. Second free throw for Wilson upcoming. At the 3:49 mark, this one is also no good. Dang. With the basketball on the rebound is Thornton for West Jessamine. Thornton drops the ball. Loose ball picked up by Thornton, though. Now drives into the paint to the basket. His shot's partially blocked by Craycraft. And coming down with the rebound will be Smiley. Quickly in the front court come the Breds. Smiley on the left side. Gets it to the elbow. Extended to Wilson. Back on the wing to Smiley. Goes to the free throw line. Pull-away jumper is good. 7 first quarter points for Mason Smiley on that 10-footer in the lane, which puts Harrison County up now 15-8. 3:13 left in the first quarter. Across the timeline comes Livers, was nearly double-teamed. Now dribbles down to the block, to the glass, misses the open shot, and the rebound brought down by Custard. And here come the Breds. Custard's going to be pushed from behind just by accident. And that foul is going to be assessed to Thornton. That'll be Thornton's first. Exactly 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Coming in the ball game now for Harrison County is Jaden Boyers. Boyers, a 6'5" junior. A lot of promise. Had an outstanding year on the football field as both a lineman and as tight end. Loves to play. With the basketball over on the far side is Custard. Top of the key for a three. In and out. Rebound being battled for. Still being chased after. Now Livers will come away with it. In the front court, Livers trying to break the double team. Should be a travel, and it is. Only the second turnover of the night for West Jessamine so far. Another sub coming in for West Jessamine, Gavin Murphy. Murphy, another sophomore, 5'9", played quite a bit in the JV game. With the basketball, Custard gets instructions from assistant coach Case as he's met by Livers at the midcourt stripe. Pass to the side on the near side in front of the West Jessamine bench. Harris up top to Boyers. Boyers to Craycraft at the top of the key. Justin looking for help. takes his dribble. Now passes on the near side to Boyers, who fires a three, and it's no good. Rebound being fought for, and finally hauled in by Smiley. Boy, Mason's having a really nice night. With the basketball, Harris goes to the right elbow, into the paint. A floater from 10 is off the mark and will be knocked out of bounds. Last touched, they're going to say, by West Jessamine. And now a quick 30-second timeout is going to be called by West Jessamine with exactly 2 minutes on the clock. Harrison County leads by a score of 15-8. They've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now. Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Mike Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit efarmcredit.com.
You know what's funny? I didn't even tell you to do that, and I put that graphic up.
Whoa. It's like we're simpatico somewhere.
No, we've been spending a lot of time together.
Yeah. A lot of time looking at football players for our side going, now who was that? 9s and 6 look alike.
Number 8, number 6.
Yeah. Is it Conway? Is it Zink? I can't tell. Coach Graham is here tonight.
Yep.
Very good supporter of his kids, no matter what sport they play. Already out of the timeout, Mason Smiley will inbounds the ball. Gets it to Boyers. Boyers looking, finds Smiley in the corner. Smiley right side 15-footer as he moves inside the arc is no good, and the rebound is going to be pulled in by Little. Into the front court come the West Jessamine Colts from the corner. A three by Murphy is off the mark.
Rebound by Smiley.
And another rebound by Smiley. He has 3 here in the first half. And now we're going to have a loose ball, nearly a tie-up, but Jaden Boyers wise enough to call a 30-second timeout to help his team keep possession. So now 1:39 on the clock here in the first quarter. The score still stands at 15-8. Cynthia and Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They're the best burgers in town, and you can get them at Hardee's in Cynthiana. It's because they use vegetable oil.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, they're doing it right.
It's one of those facts that you have no reason to remember, but somehow or another it sticks in there.
I like it. I get one burger a week. I have to limit myself to one, or I'd be a lot bigger than I am.
Since Hardee's uses vegetable oil, would that mean you get 2? No, you couldn't sell that.
No, I'm already packing on the pounds as it is.
You and me both, brother. All right, out of the timeout, Harrison County's Boyers has the ball at the top of the key, gets it to Custard in between the circles.
They wanted him to feed Craycraft there.
Custard to Smiley to the far side to DeMond LaRue, who's checked in the or make that. Yeah. LaRue, a 6-foot senior.
Uh-oh. Little miscommunication.
Custard with the basketball, fires a long three, just a little bit long, no good, but chasing down the rebound will be LaRue. Lots of offensive boards for Harrison County here in this first quarter. Exactly a minute to go. Harrison still up 15-8. We've been stuck on this score for a little while. Now Livers going for the steal will commit a foul. If you're fed up, call Canup. Canup Law promises to treat you with care, respect, and dignity in whatever legal situation you might be in. Visit them at canuplaw.com.
2 free throws coming.
That's right, 2 free throws coming up, and it's not a bonus. Speed Caden's first trip to the line tonight. 57 seconds on the clock. His first free throw is good, giving Harrison County his largest lead of the night as they've doubled up West at 16-8. Second free throw for Caden upcoming. And this one is good as well. Make it 17-8 your score. Elijah Harris will check back in, coming in for Custard. LaRue stays in there. Now coming up the floor will be Livers, guarded now by LaRue. Livers goes to the right wing, steps inside the arc, now kicks it to the top of the key to Murphy. Murphy over to his left to Messick. Messick to Livers, skip pass to the far side. Now a pass down low intended for Messick is knocked out of bounds by Harrison County. A lot of deflections here in the first half.
Boyer's got his hand on that one. Yeah, you like seeing that too. Pass deflections. That was a Coach Patino thing.
Yeah. He always talked about that. It's like the number of points that are given to your team or how big the deficit is I can't explain it. Reed Shepherd has like plus 42 every game.
Oh, plus minus, yeah.
Yeah. Plus minus, good. Yeah, I didn't realize that was the official term.
Yeah, that's just what people call it.
Gotcha. From the baseline, a 20-footer or 10-footer is no good by Messick. Livers gets the rebound. Puts up and in.
Tip your hat on that one.
Messick. Messick's first points of the night. JT Messick carries a long three at the buzzer, no good. And that is the way that the first quarter will end with your score. Harrison County 17, West Jessamine 10. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC1. Harrison County a 7-point lead, a football score at 17-10. Want to remind everyone that Stockyards Bank and Trust has competitive home equity loans and home equity lines of credit for you. Ask a banker to learn more, preferably one of ours. Stockyards Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, and my employer. With the basketball to start things off is Ethan Messick. He'll put one in from the free throw line, and that will draw his team back to within 5 at 17-12. Quickly into the front court. Here come the Thoroughbreds. There's a pass down low from Custer to Craycraft, and Justin lays it in for his first points of the night. So good 12-footer that time by Justin. Makes it a 19-12 score. Out top with the basketball in between the circles is Murphy. Murphy drives to the basket, tries to get it back into someone of his teammates in the lane, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Wilson. So the Colts will maintain possession. Coach Brooks arguing that it's actually off of a Colt, but the official will hear nothing of it.
Well, they're Breds, aren't they?
Huh?
They're Breds, aren't they?
They're Colts.
Oh, you're talking about the West Jessamine Colts. I'm sorry. I forgot we had 2 horses.
Oh, okay.
I got confused myself. I'll just shut up.
Okay. Hershey. Oh, it's because Hershey's on the floor.
That's what it is. My dog's out there.
If he comes over here and licks you, we got problems. Or woof, woof, woof. Over in the corner, driving to the basket. Shot put up, no good. Rebound is going to be fought for, and I think they're going to call Justin Craycraft for the foul, and I don't think that's a very good call.
Yeah, that's pretty weak.
Justin is 6'6". It looked like he just reached over top of the guy he fouled. That'll be Justin's first personal. So West Jessamine will maintain possession. Livers from underneath his own basket, dishes it, and it's going to be taken away on a good play by Elijah Harris. Just reached in there, he got it. Gets the ball to LaRue, now to Harris, drives to the block, to the basket, off the glass, and good. 4 points for Elijah Harris.
Called a technical on him.
And just a little too much celebrating there. And he can't get away with that. So a technical foul assessed, and a personal foul as well to Elijah for what's more or less termed as taunting.
Yeah.
Going to the line for a couple of free throws will be Little. Little's first free throw is good.
Shooting for West Jessamine, number 22.
And that draws his team to within 8. And his second one is good as well, which makes it now 21-14. 6:40. Let's hope that doesn't ignite something bad for West Jessamine. We've done a good job so far. From the far sideline near the timeline, the inbounds pass will come to Murphy. Murphy steps back across the timeline, looking for help as he's picked up his dribble in front of the stable, and now gets it up top to Jaden Givens, who's in the game. Givens, a 6-foot junior, making his first appearance. He'll get the ball to Livers on the opposite side of the midcourt circle. Livers looking for help. Now gets it over on the far wing to Little. Little drives in the paint. Oh, nice pass, but a missed reverse layup by Hershey, with Craycraft getting his first rebound of the night. In the front court, Custard lobs it to the far side to Smiley. Now to Craycraft, who almost traveled. He'll get it back out top to LaRue. LaRue to Smiley, over to the far hash mark to Wilson. Up top now to Craycraft. Right side, Custard. Head fake, goes in the paint. Shot put up and good, and he's fouled. And Custard has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Fouls on Little, and that'll be Little's first personal foul. Good job that time. Coming in for Harrison County will be Boyers. Custard 1 for 1 from the line tonight. His free throw here is going to be good as well. So 8 points for him. And Harrison County matches its largest lead at 24-14. 5:42 on the clock. Here's a pass out top to Givens, and Givens gives the ball to Little, who will take a little travel. So give the ball back to the Breds on the turnover. Coming in now for West Jessamine, Carter McMillan. McMillan wears the number 4. He's a 5'9" senior. Talked about how several of their guys averaged around 3 points per game last year. McMillan was one of them. In the front court, LaRue in front of the West bench gets the ball down the block to Custard. Ball fake. And as he tries to go back up, he is swarmed by a couple of West Jessamine Colts. They're going to actually assess the foul to Hershey, and that'll be Hershey's second. Woof.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I know you weren't. That's why I had to do it myself. Custard's first free throw is good. Gives him 9 points. Coming in the game, Thornton for West Jess. He was a starter, if you'll remember. 25-14 now your score. Harrison County extending its largest lead to 11. Trying to make it an even dozen is Custard, and his free throw is perfect. He has 10 points, the first throw.
Nice.
And now a steal by Custard, and he lays it up and in. So nice steal and lay-in by Custard. 5:18 left here in the first half. Harrison County once again has doubled up the Colts at 28-14. In between the circles of the basketball now is Murphy. Right side three by Givens is good. Jaden Givens finds long distance for the three-pointer that narrows the gap to 28-17. And now we're going to have a turnover on Harrison County. That's our first turnover of the game.
And that was just a simple exchange.
Carelessness. But in any case,
unforced, we'll say.
Unforced error. There you go. Elijah Harris checks back into the game for Harrison County. Here's a shot from the right elbow. Good by Murphy. Murphy's first points of the game from the elbow. Makes it a 28-19 game with 4:36 left. In the corner, a three by Smiley is good. Give Wilson the assist as Smiley hits his second tray. Mason puts his team back up now 31-19. Here's a long three, no good by West Jessamine. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul called against West Jessamine's number 4. McMillan. That's McMillan's. So give the ball back to the Thoroughbreds as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. Inbounds pass will come to Custard. Custard looks over to Coach Case to find out what play he wants to run. Passes it to the near sideline to Harris. Up top to Boyers. Left side three for Smiley. Good!
Feeling it, Jim.
Another three for Smiley. That's 3 for him tonight. Give the assist to Boyers. In the front court with the basketball, trailing 34-19 are the Colts. In between the legs, dribble by Little. Forces up a terrible shot, no good. And the rebound's brought down by Custard. Caden to Harris. Shot no good. There's a goal call, a charge.
Oh, that's terrible.
That was a moving violation.
That was a terrible call.
That'll be Harris's second personal foul as well. Coming in will be Livers for West Jessamine. Also checking in for Harrison County, Jack Midden. Midden, a 5'7" sophomore who wears the number 22. Good to see he's good and healthy for this basketball season. Hopefully he'll stay that way. With the basketball against full court pressure, bringing the ball into the front court will be Murphy. Murphy has the ball tapped away. Loose ball picked up by Smiley. Down low to Wilson, who lays it up and in. 4 points now for Garrett on the night. 3:22 left. Here's a shot put up and good by Ethan Little. So Little with 7 points. 3:13 on the clock. Here's a three for Smiley. Good! Woo! Mason's on fire. 3 trays here in the second quarter alone. And Harrison County's lead now grows to 39-21. Here's a three from the corner. Good by Gibbons, who says, I can do that too.
Answered.
And now we're going to have a timeout called by West. It's going to be a full, so we'll take it as well. 2:53 left to go in the first half. Your score, Harrison County 39, West Jessamine 24. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County up 39-24 out of the timeout. The Breds will have the basketball. At El Paracutin, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutin. Here's a pass down low to Custard, who lays up and in.
Because they were talking about El Paracutin?
I guess you're right. Caden with the basket there, puts his team up 41-24. Right side three, fired up and good by Thornton. Second three of the night for Sawyer Thornton. Custard tries a pass inside. It's knocked away. Loose ball picked up by West Jessamine. Givens gets it down low to Murphy, who puts it up and in. Murphy with his 4th point gets his team a 41-29 advantage. In the front court with the basketball, Blake Green, who stepped in the game, 6'1" sophomore. Up top to Craycraft. Craycraft to Midden on the right wing. Now to Green in front of the West Jessamine bench. Green gets it to Craycraft in between the circles. Justin takes a dribble, now gives the ball to Smiley. To Custard on the near wing to Green, long range. Green down on the block to Smiley, who will have his shot blocked to the bounds by Livers. Livers was waiting on that one. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm is there. Get a new home or auto quote with Joe by calling 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and the Phillies from his own baseline. Midden gets it in the corner to Wilson, who's back in the game, to Craycraft at the foul line. He'll hand the ball to Custard, but we're going to have a foul away from the basketball, it appears. It's going to be called on Harrison County's Blake Green. Okay. So give the ball back to West Jessamine. Against the full court pressure, inbounds pass comes to Givens. Right side three, no good off the flange, as the rebound is going to be brought down by Midden. In the front court, he'll get the ball to Custard. Caden, who already has 14 points, gets the ball to Midden. Midden, double team, looking for help, finds Custard at the top of the key. Custard right side to Midden for a 10-footer, rolls off, no good. Craycraft's putback is no good, but he's fouled.
It's all right, that's what the big guy's supposed to do.
Oh, yeah, keep the ball above your head.
That's right.
West Jessamine fouls on number 36.
Thornton picks up his second personal foul, sending Craycraft to the line. Do you have a big group to feed? The Beast Pizza is great for birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Snap.
And the free throw is good.
Oh, man, that was pretty.
Coming back in the game for West will be McMillan. As Harrison County has taken a 42-29 advantage. Second free throw upcoming for Craycraft. Number 40's try is on the way and in and out, no good. And the rebound's batted around and finally corralled by Little. Little in the front court gets it over the corner to Livers, and he airmailed it into the cheerleaders. Actually, it's against the dance team. 7 turnovers now for West Jessamine. Harrison County's committed 3. As Smiley will check back in for the Thoroughbreds.
So we got too many white shirts out there for a second.
A lot of white shirts over in front of the stable.
Yeah, that's right.
Also want to remind everyone, no, we already did that one, never mind. We'll remind you about it next half. Custard with the basketball in the front court to Wilson, over on the left wing to Smiley. Up top to Craycraft, long range. Pass to the right side, finds LaRue on the baseline to Wilson. Wilson, wraparound pass to the block to Craycraft, puts it off the glass, too hard, no good, but the tap is good by Custard. Caden with 16 points. Puts his team up 44-29. Now a steal by the Thoroughbreds in the front court. Smiley stops and pops from 10, short. Rebound by Craycraft, and he's going to take a little travel before he could get to the basket. So good on the offensive board, not so much so on the travel. I guess not. Full court pressure being applied by the Breds. Inbounds pass comes to Little. This team trailing 44-29 with half a minute left to go in the first half. And now the ball is lost out of bounds by the new man in the ball game, Roba Tackett. Tackett, a 5'8" senior, just dropped the ball out of bounds against pressure.
Yeah, pressure from Caden there.
So the Breds, it looks as though maybe going for the last shot.
I think so.
Up by 15, 44-29. Smiley down to Custard on the block. Puts it up, no good. Ball tapped around, and finally.
Foul on Caden there.
I have a foul on Custard. The rebound was pulled in by Livers. That will be Caden's first personal foul. Official motion number 11, but it was actually number 1.
Right.
16 seconds left. West Jessamine has the basketball. And that was our 5th foul of the quarter, and thus there will be 2 free throw attempts. Two free throw attempts.
Not 1 and 1, 2.
No bonus. Forget all you ever knew about the bonus.
No more.
It's a bad time of year to forget about bonuses, though.
No doubt.
Livers at the line. He's yet to score. First time to the free throw stripe. Free throw up and good. Coming in, Jack Midden, replacing Custard. Livers gets the ball from the official. His second free try is good. Makes it 44-31. LaRue lobs the ball in the front court to Smiley. Smiley back to LaRue in the paint. Floater from 10, short. Gets his own rebound. 5 seconds left. To the left side to Midden for 3. No. And the ensuing rebound is brought down by Little. But that will bring us to the end of the first half of play with your score. Harrison County 44, West Jessamine 31. We invite you to join us now for our Joe Cochran at State Farm halftime show. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from what has been so far a very entertaining game if you're a Harrison County fan. But once again, your halftime tally shows Harrison County with 44 and the West Jessamine Colts with 31. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop where Harrison County leads its opening game of the season by a score of 44-31. Breds have been in control the entire way, building as much as an 18-point lead back when it was 39-21, but West Jessamine kept on fighting and have narrowed the gap to just a baker's dozen here at the half. It's been the Mason Smiley show, though, for Harrison County as he has 16 points, including four three-pointers. Taking a look at the scoring individually for West Jessamine, they were paced by by Ethan Little, who had 7 points here at the break, 6 of those coming in the second quarter. 6 points each for Jaden Givens and Sawyer Thornton. Each of those guys has a couple of trays to equal their 6. 4 points for Gavin Murphy, and then 2 points each for Kayvon Livers, Caden Floyd, and JT Messick. Also getting into the game but not scoring for West Jessamine, Carter McMillan, Ben Hershey, and Roba Tackett. Harrison County's paced in the first half by Mason Smiley and Caden Custard, each of whom have 16 points here at the break. 4 points for Elijah Harris, 4 points as well for Garrett Wilson, and a 3 spot for Justin Craycraft off the bench. Also coming in but not scoring, Damon LaRue, Blake Green, Jack Midden, Jaden Boyers, and Braxton Grubb. That's the way the individual numbers are. We'll take a break and come back and take a look at the team stats right after this timeout. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, let's take a look now at the team stats, and really, they're pretty close with the exception of rebounding, where Harrison County is right now dominating the backboards, but shooting-wise, pretty much the same, as I forgot to write down what their free throws were. 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8. I think it's 88.9%. Okay, for the first half, Harrison County was 15 out of 29. That's 51.7%. They hit 4 of their 9 three-point attempts. West Jessamine, not far behind. 10 out of 20 for an even 50%. They attempted 8 trays and made 4. From the free throw stripe, Harrison County was 9 out of 12 for 75%, while West Jessamine was 7 out of 8. 7 out of 8 is not 88%. I should know this by heart, math major, and yet I have to look it up because I want you to know what is right. 87.5%. So Harrison County, 87.5% from the charity stripe, or that's actually West Jessamine. We're 9 for 12 for 75%. Turnovers, West Jessamine turned the ball over 9 times. Harrison County only turned it over 4. But like I said, Harrison County controlling the backboards, out rebounding West 16-7. For West Jessamine, just 1 offensive and 6 defensive rebounds. They were paced by a couple of players with 3 rebounds apiece in Kayvon Livers and Ethan Little. Meanwhile, Harrison County 8 offensive and 8 defensive rebounds in the first half. They have a trio of players who lead the way with a trio of rebounds each. Caden Custard, Mason Smiley, and Garrett Wilson. So there are your team stats here in the first half. Hopefully the second half will be just as exciting, but even more so, hopefully Harrison County will come out with a win. Both teams are back out on the floor. We'll take our break and be back with a third quarter handoff right after this timeout. You're listening to the Joe Cochran at State Farm halftime show on WCYN Sports.
come down and see the boys.
All right, as we get things started in the third quarter, Harrison County will have the basketball and a 13-point lead. They led by as many as 18 before the Colts were able to narrow it at the latter part of the second quarter. Here's a runner put up and good off the glass by Custard, and he's fouled, and we'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Your favorite three-point play, right? Is it your favorite
three-point
play?
I kind of like three-point play the old-fashioned way.
I know you like that.
Free throw up, free throw good. Harrison County is able to extend their lead to 47-31. Caden Custer with that old three. With the basketball in the front court at the top of the key is Thornton. He'll get it on the left side to Floyd. Floyd drives to the basket and lays it up and good, and he's fouled by Craycraft. That'll be Justin's second. So we'll have an old-fashioned three try the other way.
Yep.
Going to the line will be Floyd. He's actually 2 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight. Trying to make it a 13-point game once again. Left-hander eyes the bucket. Free throw up, and the free throw is good. 47-34. KF03. With the basketball in the front court, Craycraft at the top of the key to the left side finds Custard. Custard in between the circles. Now he gets to Grubb. Grubb to Custard. Now to Harris. Drives baseline to the basket. Baseline pass to Smiley for a three. This time it's off the flange. No good. But chasing down the long rebound was Justin Craycraft. Good job, Justin.
Harris with
Here's
the
a three. No. And this time the rebound is going to be pulled in by Livers. Livers races to the block. His shot off the glass too hard.
Indeed.
And Grubb will come away with the rebound this time for Harrison County. Breds a little bit in a hurry. We need to slow down a little bit. Harris on the right side in front of the stable. Gets the ball between the circles now to Craycraft. To the left elbow to Custard. Jump shot from there. Rolls off the rim. No good. And the ensuing rebound is going to be off of the Thoroughbreds. Garrett Wilson will now check back in for Craycraft. They've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now. Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Mike Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit efarmcredit.com. In the corner with the basketball is Floyd. Drives, cut off by Custard. He'll get it back out front and into the hands of Livers. Left elbow, jump shot, good. Livers nearly had the ball taken away from him, but it was able to make the jump shot that gets his team back to within 11 at 47-36. Near the center circle, Harris to Wilson. Now in front of his own bench, Smiley has the basketball to the top of the key to Grubb. Grubb to the right side, long range to Custard. Custard in between the circles finds Harris. Harris back to Custard, now to the far side near the hash mark in front of the stable to Wilson. Up top finds Grubb to the left side to Smiley for three, no good. Rebound is going to be pulled in by Little, and he wants to run. 1-on-2, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound knocked around. Little comes up with it. His putback is no good. This time, though, it is going to be Floyd, and the ensuing rebound is brought down by
Garrett Wilson. I think we got timeout. Breds.
Okay. Timeout Harrison County. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 47-36 is your score. Harrison County leading by 11. Should mark this down here in the third. 5:34. Just can't seem to shake West Jesuit. Cynthiana Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's Hardee's in Cynthiana.
That's right.
Not Hardee's in Paris or Hardee's in Mount Sterling.
No.
Hardee's in Cynthiana.
That's where it is.
Why drive for half an hour when you can drive for 5 minutes?
Yeah. Less than 10 minutes if you're pretty much anywhere.
Depends on how hungry you are.
That's true, too.
You know, the hungrier you are, the faster you want to get to the place where the food is. Out of timeout. Wilson gets the ball, splits the defense. His shot's no good, but he's fouled, and will go to the line. Well, we talked about Garrett needing to pick up his scoring, and he's been very aggressive offensively. He has only 4 points, but unlike last year where it seemed like you almost had to force him to look for a shot,
right,
he's actually looking for the shot now on his own. He's 0 for 2 from the line tonight.
I'm sure they've told him that they're going to need him. They're going to need some points from him this year.
Error ball by Wilson.
Shake that one off.
If you're fed up, call Canup. Canup Law promises to treat you with care, respect, and dignity in whatever legal situation you might be in. Visit them at canuplaw.com. Second free throw for Wilson is good. There you go. Extends his team's lead to 48-36. With the basketball into the front court comes Thornton. Gets it down to the block to Floyd, who tries a no-look pass, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Thoroughbreds, they're going to say.
Didn't have a good eye on that one, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I was blocked out. I couldn't tell. From his own baseline, Livers to trigger the inbounds pass. Livers lobs the ball up top to Thornton. Thornton in between the circles, passes to the near side of the Livers, drops the ball off of his leg and into the backcourt, where it will be a turnover over and back, the 10th turnover of the game for West. Stockyards Bank and Trust has competitive home equity loans and home equity lines of credit for you. Ask a lender to learn more at Stockyards Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Speaking of bonuses, anyway, in the corner, Smiley with the basketball. We haven't heard anything about that yet, so.
Oh, no.
We know where the Christmas party is, but we don't know about bonuses. With the basketball, Custard on the right elbow. Lobs it in between the circles to Smiley to the left side to Wilson. Wilson backs up, bounce pass, down low to Grubb. Reverse layup, good.
Hey, look at Grubby.
Braxton Grubb with the reverse layup. Woo-hoo. Puts Harrison County up 50-36 on that nifty play. 4.5 left to go in the third. With the basketball, Little. He'll get it to Livers. Now up top to Hershey. Back in between the circles, finds Thornton for the long three. Good. Dialed very long distance that time. Did Sawyer Thornton.
They got some shooters, that's for sure.
Got that right. Here's a shot put up no good by Custard. And as it came back into his breadbasket, he was standing on the line. He's trying to say I was not, but he was. Mainly I know that because the official was like 2 feet away from him. Inbounds pass comes to Livers as West breaks our press. Livers nearly double teamed. Now we'll be forced to call a timeout before the turnover occurs. And it will probably be a 30, and it will be a 30. So we'll keep it right here. 409, 409, 409. It's either a detergent or a car. I can't remember.
409. That's some kind of cleaning, isn't it?
Yeah, I know it's at least a cleaner, but no, GTO is what I'm thinking of the song, not 409.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, 409 is the cleaning stuff. At El Paracutan, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. And to get a Hisparo?
No. Jalisco. At least you got the first part right.
Yeah, I can remember that kind of.
Jalisco.
I even looked at it on the menu the last time we were there. Jalisco. I didn't order it. Got something else. Because I think that personally their quesadillas are very good.
I'm sure they are.
All right. Back to basketball. Harrison County up by 11 midway through the third quarter with the basketball. Little for West Jessamine up top. Drives to the block, to the basket. Good. Ethan Little with 9 points. Cuts the Harrison County deficit down to 9 at 50-41. Cutting in half Harrison County's largest lead. We led 39-21 midway through the second quarter. With the basketball, Wilson fans it back in the corner to Smiley. Rolls off.
No love.
Rebound brought down by Harris. His putback is no good.
Letting a bang
and
down there.
The ensuing rebound is going to be pulled in by Thornton. And now we've got a whistle and jump ball.
Yes.
Possession arrow faces West Jessamine's way. Inbounding the ball from just to the right of the Harrison bench will be Livers. You'll get it into the hands of Little.
22's got a bright future ahead of him. Good player.
Oh, he does. He is. With the basketball on the left side, long range is Hershey for a three off the flange.
Oh.
Long rebound comes this way to Floyd. Floyd gets it to Livers in between the circles. He'll reset the offense as he backs up towards the midcourt circle. 50-41, Harrison County's lead at 9. 3 minutes left to go in the third. Hand off to Thornton from the right elbow. Jump shot, no good. And Harris drags down the rebound. That's 3 rebounds on the night for Elijah. Harris brings the ball into the front court. Gets it on the right side to Wilson, long range. Wilson up top to Grubb. to the left side to Smiley. Smiley to the block, has the ball back tapped away from behind and stolen by Livers. 2-on-1 break. Livers is hammered by Custard. Does not make the shot, but will go to the line for a couple of free throws, and Livers is down. Slow getting up. You see he was bumped pretty hard by Caden. Caden, remember, Caden's a strong kid.
Yeah. I mean, he went up for a shot. Caden bodied him. It's a foul.
Livers
took a tumble. He's all right.
It's going to be okay. Just knocked the wind out of him for a second.
Yeah.
Kristen Alexander, our authorized trainer or certified trainer, making things are okay. Saw Kendrick here too earlier. Livers at the line. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Has 4 points all together. First free throw by the junior is no good. Back in the game, Damon LaRue comes in for Smiley. Smiley had that magic in the first half, but having trouble finding it here in the second half so far.
That last three was cruel.
Yeah.
In and out.
Those are the ones that get in your head.
Yep.
Second free throw is good by Livers as he cuts the deficit down to 50-42. In the front court with the basketball is Wilson on the left side. Nearly lost it a couple of times, but hangs on. Pass to the far side to LaRue at the far hash mark. LaRue to the free throw line. Up top to Harris for three. Count it down. Knupwall three-pointer off of the assist from LaRue by Elijah Harris. Harrison County back up 53-42.
Almost nice defense.
And now we got the ball loose on the floor, picked up by West Jessamine. Shot no good, but with the rebound is Thornton. And now he has the ball taken away. In the front court with the basketball come the Thoroughbreds. Elijah Harris, left side three, yes! Second straight trip for Elijah, burying the tray. And Harrison County's lead all of a sudden back to a more comfortable 56-42. In the front court with the basketball come the West Jessamine Colts. In the corner, Livers three, short. Rebound pulled down this time by Wilson, and here come the Breds. Custard, right side to LaRue, open three, no good, short. Rebound pulled in by Livers. We have a little AAU ball out there right now. Not a lot of defense being played. And now bodies hit the floor as the ball got loose from West Jessamine.
I think Harrison got it. I was getting ready to say recovered. Recovered the fumble.
Recovered the fumble, right. We got a full timeout. 1:19 left in the third. Your score, Harrison County 56, West Jessamine 42. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sport.
You can eat.
All righty, for those of you wondering, the Cats are up by 5, 42-37 at the half.
That's right.
Taking on the number 8
They're number
Miami
8?
Hurricanes.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Miami was at 10 and moved up to 8. The Cats were at 16 and moved up to 12.
Okay.
So far, so good, but a whole half to go. But back here, Harrison County up by 14, a three by Craycraft.
Oh!
Yes! Justin Craycraft with a big-time Knupwall three-pointer. And Harrison County with a 59-42 lead as they have reeled off three consecutive three-point plays.
Yeah.
Now we got a foul called on Damon LaRue.
Craycraft had the coverage, but I think Damon got the arm.
Oh, okay.
So good call.
Ethan Little going to the line. He's 3 for 4. Trying to become the first West Jessamine player with 10 points, which he does with that first free throw. stops the bleeding, as it were, and makes it 59-43.
Is he a sophomore or junior?
He is a senior.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah. Second free throw is also good. Makes it 59-44. Into the front court with the basketball come Bethel Breds. LaRue at the block. Damon looking for help. Gets it up top to Craycraft. Now into the hands of Harris. Harris inside the center circle, trying to get away from Livers.
There.
And now Livers is going to do a little too much pushing and shoving and picks up his second personal foul. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm is there. Get a new home or auto quote with Joe by calling 859-234. Or, well, yeah, I guess it could be 234.
I guess it could be.
38-13. Joe always supports the Breds and Phillies. Harris with the basketball, trying to get away from Livers. Now goes to the right wing, gets it down low to Craycraft, who may have traveled. Craycraft may have traveled again, and now the ball is taken away from him. Into the front court, to the basket goes Little, who lays it up and in. Ethan Little will not let his team die.
Nope.
15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Custard in front of the stable, trying to start the offense at 8 as he nears the midcourt stripe with 6. 5, 4, Custard at the top of the key, fires a 3, and out. Craycraft put back, no good. And that is the way that the third quarter will end with your score. Harrison County 59, West Jessamine 46. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County up by 13 in that third quarter. Each team scored 15 points. Thoroughbreds will have the ball to begin this fourth and final quarter of play. Stockyards Bank and Trust has competitive home equity loans and home equity lines of credit for you. Ask a banker to learn more. Stockyards Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Craycraft to the top of the key to the right side, long range to Smiley, now into the hands of Custer to the left side to LaRue. Damon now back up top to Craycraft, open 3, try. This one's going to be short, however, but Harris is there for the putback and good. Elijah with a nice offensive board work. He has a dozen points as Harrison County's lead goes to 15 at 61-46. From the corner, a 3 put up, no good by Floyd. He'll get it. The offensive rebound and then gets it down low to Livers, who puts it up and in. 61-48, Harrison County just can't seem to shake the Colts. It's a very young but a very hungry Colts team, and they've got some talent. They're going to beat some people in that 12th region this year. Harris in front of his own bench gets it up top to Craycraft, to the right side to LaRue. LaRue, top of the key, Custard, now to the left side in front of his own bench to Harris, back up top to Craycraft again. Now to Smiley for the 3. Good! Mason with his 5th Knuplau three-pointer of the night. Give the assist to Craycraft as Harrison County's lead goes back to 64-48.
There you go.
Here's
Craycraft got steal.
Bad pass. Harrison with the loose ball. Smiley drives past everyone and gets the easiest shot he'll probably have all year. Makes it 66-48. 6.5 left. Here's a pass down low, missed. A bunny missed by Gavin Murphy. And up the floor come the Thoroughbreds. Custard with it. Gets it to the left side to Smiley. Up top to Harris. Harris fires an NBA 3. It's a little long. And the rebound is going to be knocked around and out of bounds. Last touched by the Thoroughbreds. Boyers and Garrett Wilson back in for Harrison. West Jessamines Sawyer Thornton comes back into the ball game. High fives all around on the Harrison County bench. Harris will inbounds the ball to Custard. Both Harris and Custard, members of the baseball team. 10 seniors on the baseball team this year.
Pretty pass.
Here's a pass from Boyers down low to Wilson, and Wilson lays it in. Give the assist to Jaden Boyers. Harrison County with their biggest lead of the night at 68-48. With the basketball going to the basket and laying it in is Livers. He has 9 now.
That was good defense, a tough shot.
Yeah.
Just go on the other way.
68-50 your score. Harrison County still up. Just under 5.5 minutes left to go. Now a tap in by Custard. He has 22 points on the night. Just another day at the office for Caden. In the front court with the basketball, Livers to the right side. He'll find Givens back out top to Livers. He'll find Hershey at the top of the key. He'll get to the far hash mark to Little. Little to Hershey. Hershey drives, cut off by Custard, forces up a shot, but it's good.
Well, I never thought he would have got there, but he did.
Hershey's first 2 points of the night.
Good job. Good boy.
That's what I was thinking. Good boy, good boy. 70-52, Harrison up by 18. And now LaRue gave a little head fake, and he got Livers up in the air, and that will be Livers' third personal. Grubb and Craycraft will return now for Harrison County.
So we had 6 on the floor.
Harris a little slow coming off. From just to the right of his bench, Custard will inbounds the ball. Caden lobs it into the backcourt to LaRue. DeMond across the timeline, a bounce pass to Grubb in front of the stable. Braxton now gets the ball to Custard, to the elbow, to Craycraft. Ball's knocked away and stolen by West Jessamine. Going to the basket, but missing the bunny will be Little, but he's going to be fouled as well.
Yeah, he got bumped. That's a fast foul.
Foul is going to be called on LaRue. That'll be DeMond second. And send Little back to the line. He has 13 points and is 5 out of 6 from the charity stripe. 4:32 left to go. First free throw is good to give him 14. Harrison County's lead, though, 70-53. West Jessamine got down to as few as a 9-point deficit, but Harrison County coming on strong in the latter stages of the third quarter. Second free throw also good by Little. Little token pressure by Little against Custard. Custard drives right past him. Floater is no good, but he's fouled and will go to the line. Caden upset with himself for not making that shot.
It would have been a tough one.
Oh, I know. Going to have his sister Cambry come over and show him how to make those shots. Custard, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 6 from the line. Oh, I shouldn't have said sorry. 6 out of 7 from the line now. That's me. Cambry, that's me.
That's the announcer jinx.
Second free throw upcoming for Custard, who has 22 points, is going to be good. Makes it 71-54 as we approach the midway point of the fourth quarter. With the basketball in between the circles is Givens. Backs up. Left side pass to Livers. Drives to the basket over Craycraft. His jump shot's good.
Good shot.
11 points now for Kayvon Livers. Makes it 71-56 as the Colts making a last try at getting into this game. Now we got a foul call on West Jessamine on the interior.
Yeah, pushing the big man, Craycraft there.
It's going to be on Hershey. That'll be Ben Hershey's fourth. From his own baseline, LaRue will trigger the inbounds pass. DeMond lobs to the right elbow to Craycraft. Craycraft hands it to Custard. Custard back to Wilson. He'll try a three from the left side. Good! Another Canuck wall three-pointer, this time by Garrett Wilson. Harrison County's lead back to 74-56. Lob out top and into the hands of Givens, who threw it to Little, but Little wasn't looking. It's only the fourth turnover of the second half by West Jessamine as Mason Smiley checks back in for the Breds. Custard in the front court on a run. Hands the ball to Smiley, up top to Wilson. Garrett looks inside, nothing there. Finds Smiley to Custard, down low to Craycraft. And a whistle before Justin can make his move. And a foul is going to be called on Hershey. And if it's Hershey, that'll be 5. At least that's what I got.
Okay.
Let's make sure. Oh, they're going to say it's fourth, so I gave somebody else's foul to him earlier. 3:31 on the clock, 74-56, Harrison County lead. Smiley from his own baseline, gets it in the corner now to Custard. Custard drives to the basket, layup off the glass, good, and he's fouled.
Beautiful.
And we'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play as he extends his team's lead to 76-56. That foul was on Hershey. So Hershey fouls out.
Poor Hirsch.
Sorry, Hirsch. He was tugging on that leash pretty hard.
And for anybody listening, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. It's
No.
just my dog's name.
His dog's name is Hershey.
And you know what else is funny is my brother-in-law's name is Ben.
That's true.
Ben Hershey.
Irony can be pretty ironic sometimes. Custard at the line, makes the shot. Notice I did not say he was 8 out of 9 before those two free throws. With the basketball, West Jessamine on the right side with it now is Givens. Drives baseline to the block, puts one over the top of Craycraft. Good. So Givens with his 8th point makes it 77-58, 3:09 left. Ball knocked out of bounds across the way from us. Harrison maintains possession. Smiley inbounds it now to Custard. Caden across the timeline, stops at the top of the key, gets it to Wilson in between the circles. Wilson back to the near side to Custard, in front of his own bench to Grubb. Braxton looks inside, finds Wilson. Wilson, ball fake, goes to the block. His shot no good, gets his own rebound. Now he'll dribble away from the three defenders who are around him. Gets it back to Smiley. Wise decision by the senior Garrett Wilson. Smiley in front of the stable finds Grubb. Grubb thought about passing it to Custer, but too much traffic to the top of the key to Craycraft. He'll find Garrett Wilson. Wilson, ball fake, 12-footer, good.
Nice.
Good job all the way around that time by Wilson. He has a dozen.
A little mid-range there.
Yeah, 79-58 your score. 2:21 left. Livers with the basketball inside the center circle. Moves to the right side, steps inside the arc, hands it back to Thornton. He'll fire a three, good. That's 4 trays on the night for Sawyer Thornton.
Shooters.
79-61. Harrison County still comfortably ahead with 2 minutes left to go. Grubb with the basketball. Backs up. Looking for help. He'll find Smiley. Smiley drives to the block. Underneath the basket, a pass to Wilson. Wilson double team. Finds Craycraft, who might have walked. His shot's going to be blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Floyd instead, and that'll send Craycraft back to the line where he is 2 for 3. Do you have a big group to feed? The Beast Pizza is great for birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Snap.
There you go, with the snapping sound as well.
There wasn't as much noise I could get it in there.
Yeah, I know. It's harder in this gymnasium. First free throw is good by Justin. Makes it 80-61. Second free throw upcoming for the 6'6 senior. It's on the way, and this one is perfect.
Nice. Good form.
Looked like his mom, Lindsey Dixon, back in the day. 81-61 your score with the basketball at the foul line is Little. His jump shot's good. He's had a really nice night with 17 points. Had just 1 in the first quarter, so has been consistent since that time. Harrison still up by 18 as they're just exchanging baskets now. Grubb in front of his own bench gets the ball to the left elbow to Wilson. Down low to Craycraft. His shot's no good. And a rebound picked up by Thornton, who's mugged pretty hard.
I was like, that one was a foul. The one before with the free throws wasn't a foul.
Livers drives. Skip pass is knocked away and stolen by the Thoroughbreds. Going to the basket will be Grubb, who lays it in.
Like a bull out there.
Good job, Braxton. Makes it 83-53 with a minute left to go. Here's a three by Livers. Bounces out. Rebound pulled down by Garrett Wilson. Wilson has 7 rebounds tonight.
Mason wants a couple more.
Mason, Smiley to the basket, has 23 points now, career high.
Get some players
and now with 49 seconds left, some of the end of the benchers coming back in, although I believe all of them have played. Middens back in, Green back in, Boyers is back in. So 23 points for Mason Smiley, a new career high, 26 points for Custard, which is just shy of the 13th player in the scoring history. Well, I'm going to have to look up now because I thought I would remember it. Oh, timeout on the floor.
Yeah.
49 seconds left. Harrison County up 85-63. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC.
Board certified lactation consultants, all without leaving your community. They really know how to make a new mom feel pampered and special. Their 3 board certified OBGYNs, Dr. Jennifer Cannon, Dr. Derek Clark, and Dr. Ashley Blake, offer years of expertise. And their OBGYN offices are even located just next door to where you'll deliver on your big day. Harrison Memorial Hospital. They say
back
great
in 5
things
seconds.
come in smaller packages, boy or girl. How we agree.
As we get back to action, an air ball by West Jess. Braxton Grubb gets the rebound,
Blake
and
Green.
racing down the other way, Blake Green gets his first ever varsity points, 87-63. 16 seconds left. Up top, here's a 3 by Nieves, who stepped back in. He banks in a tray.
Banked her in.
Jack Nieves.
Stockyards Bank open this late? Is Stockyards Bank open this late?
Oh, yeah. With the basketball up top is LaRue as he will dribble out the clock. And there's your final score. Harrison County wins by a final score of 87-66 to go 1-0 on the early season. Good win for our Thoroughbreds, who never trailed in this game. Opened up a 10-point lead at the half.
22!
Good. And even though they had to fight off a challenge by West Jessamine, who got back to within as few as 9, able to win going away by this 21-point margin. We invite you to join us now for our post-game show. Go over all the scoring and stats, have a chat with a member of the Harrison County coaching staff, and also name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, your final score from here on the hilltop, Harrison County 87, West Jessamine 66. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN. All righty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County wins its season opener in comfortable fashion as it ends up by a final score of 87-66 against, at least for me, a better than anticipated West Jessamine team who fought the whole way. Ethan Little, tell you what, a senior that didn't play but sparingly last year, really had a nice game, 17 points and 5 rebounds. Sawyer Thornton played well, had 4 threes. The Livers kid, Kayvon Livers, did a nice job of handling the ball in the press. This West Jessamine team's good. Yeah. This was a good team we beat tonight by 21 points. But Harrison County, 9 3-pointers, 5 of them coming off of the hand of Mason Smiley, who had a new career high with 23. His previous career high was 19 that he got against Henry Clay last year. But just a good effort all around by our guys as they led from pillar to post, as it were, taking as much as an 18-point lead in the first half. Saw that lead chopped down in half to 9, but end up winning by 21. Taking a look at the individual scoring, first for West Jessamine. They had 3 players in double figures, led, as we said, by Ethan Little's 17. A dozen points by Sawyer Thornton, all coming on trays. He had 4 trays tonight, and 11 points for Kayvon Livers, 9 of those coming in the second half. 8 points were scored by Jaden Givens, including a couple of trays. 5 points for Caden Floyd. 4 points for Gavin Murphy. 3 on a tray by Jack Nieves. That was that bank-in tray at the end of the game. 2 points were scored by Ben Hershey before he fouled out, and also 2 by J.T. Messick. Also getting in the game but not scoring for the Colts, Carter McMillan, Roba Tackett, and Maverick Napier. For Harrison County, 4 players in double figures, led by Caden Custard's 26. Mason Smiley had 23. A dozen points each for both Elijah Harris and Garrett Wilson. 8 points for Justin Craycraft. 4 for Braxton Grubb. A couple of points were scored by Blake Green. Also getting in but not scoring were Damon LaRue, Jack Midden, and Jaden Boyers. That's the way the individual numbers look. We're joined now by Coach JoJo Hinton. And JoJo, I know there's some stuff to work on, but gosh, you guys have got to be pleased with the effort by the guys here tonight.
We're pleased with it. We have to learn how to finish quarters going into the next quarter. There was times we had highs and lows through the game where we played really hard, and then fatigue set in. You can't lose your mind when you get fatigued.
Right.
You still got to stay disciplined. You can always play defense when the shot isn't falling. And when your shot isn't falling, maybe give a jab step, a ball fake, get closer to the basket and watch the ball go in. That'll help you.
Right.
Also, people's got to remember, this team is young. We're older, as in Caden, Mason,
Elijah,
Garrett, Elijah. Other than that, these other kids don't have much experience.
Right.
People don't realize. They see Justin Craycraft, he's 6'8". The kid's only played basketball for 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. So there's going to be some growing pains with Craycraft and Boyers. But you want to go through those growing pains early so that come February, March, we want to be in Rupp Arena. And we just, as a coaching staff, we know we got to deal with that. Fans, you're probably going to have to deal with that too. It just comes with it.
Sure.
Those kids don't have much experience.
Mason Smiley just explodes tonight, had 5 3-pointers, and just looks so comfortable with every one of them.
Yeah, he's on fire. Mason in the offseason has put in a lot of work.
Shows.
There's been a lot of times when it was me, Mason, and a couple others in here at 6 a.m. in the morning and shooting until 7:30. And when you work hard, the fruits of your labor are eventually going to show. And he's starting early. Now he's going to say, what am I going to do when they take the 3-point shot away? Because there's no way that Lincoln County watches that game and says, we're not face guarding that guy.
Right.
What else am I going to do?
Driving to the basket is something that he did well last year.
Yes, sir.
And being that you can tell he's obviously a stronger player than he was last year.
Oh, yes, sir. Him, Elijah, Caden, Garrett, they all work out down to BBR.
Oh,
you can tell those guys work out.
Yeah. Well, it not only does it make you a better player, it just makes you more confident on your shots and going in there to mix it up to get rebounds.
Yes, sir. You can see physically how some of those guys have grown from their freshman year to now senior year. Damon LaRue Guys like that we're going to have to count on. What about Braxton Grubb? Hadn't played ball since his freshman year. That's another kid that works out. I mean, his body, his physique of his body, that's a kid we're going to need.
Right.
6'2", he's probably 210 pounds. We're going to need that. We're just glad to have him out. But like I said, there'll be growing pains. There'll be times through the game we'll look good, and then there's going to be spurts where we just don't look good. But, you know, if we find a way to win, that's all that matters.
Well, the hallmark of last year's team was definitely the defense, and it at times didn't look very sharp tonight. And I know it's because the younger guys. And,
yes, sir.
We got a little tired there at the end.
Yes, sir.
But for the most part, it's going to be solid again.
Right. And what you got to realize is, like I said, we can't dwell on it, but Will and JD is a lot to replace. They're
right.
Basketball smarts. They've been playing up here at the high school level when they were here from, I think, 7th grade on. So you get 6 or 7 years guys in your program, and you lose them. That means a lot. So you got a lot to recover. Free throws, what were we tonight?
Tonight we were 16 out of 21, 76%.
It's not bad, not bad, not bad.
And
First
one was
game.
my fault because I said that before Caden's free throw he was 7 out of 7, and he missed it. So I'll take one for the team there.
And I'll tell you another thing, what's important about this team, and I thought last year's team as well, but early on, this team loves each other. They can get on one another right now and not be mad at one another. That's a good sign.
Oh, it's a very good sign.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Of course, you know, a lot of these kids have been playing not just basketball but baseball to where you have to be that way because you're around each other every day.
Yeah, very true. Very true. How did we do rebounding-wise? Did we out-rebound them? Did they out-rebound us?
Let's see, 12, 19, 23, 25, 26, 27. We had 29. And they had 5, 8, 12, and 5, 17. So 29-17. We pretty much dominated them on the boards.
Yes, sir. Like I said, and hopefully, you know, as the season goes and progresses, there's no doubt about it. Our big guys have got to progress and get better. But like I said, it'll be trial and error with those guys. They're doing the best they can. But, you know, Jaden 6'5" and Justin 6'8", that can take you a long way over the course of the next 3 months.
And if Justin could go out there and hit threes, that makes him even bigger weapon.
I agree, but I want him downside. I want him inside getting 15 to 18 points a game, and he's capable of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just confidence. Yeah. Just confidence. Like I said, the kid's only played for 3 years.
Right. But I mean, he had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist tonight. I think that's a good line for him.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to work tomorrow and try to get better. We got Lincoln County on film. Over the last 3 or 4 years, they've been successful, been in the state tournament, and they got a great coach. Great coach. So that program, regardless, if you lose some kids, he's like a Coach Whitaker to Lincoln County. That guy's been there a while, and he knows how to win.
Yeah. And we were talking in the pregame show. That's what I like about our schedule. It's very ambitious. We're not backing down from anybody. Right. We're playing the best of the best, going to the Lexington Catholic tournament, and that only makes you better come tournament time.
Right. Last time we was at Catholic was Trenton Thomas, DJ Nim, that era. So it's been 10 or 12 years. But when you go to the Catholic tournament, you feel like you might have a good team and have success down the road.
Right. Because it's a true invitational.
Yes.
Nobody just walks in. You have to be invited to that tournament. Yeah.
So we're excited about that, and I think in the top 25, we made 3 or 4 teams we play are in the top 25 preseason, and there's always going to be some teams that are in that top 25 that may go out of the top 25, and there's going to be some teams that might be in the 25 to 50 that make top 15.
Right.
Our schedule is tough.
It is tough.
It is tough.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you coming by, and we'll talk to you down in Stanford on Friday.
Thank you, and like we always want to say, thank our fans for coming out and supporting us. We had a good crowd, even though Kentucky's playing tonight, we had a good crowd. And our kids are working hard, and we're a work in progress. Be patient with us, and we'll do the best we can. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, JoJo. JoJo Hinton, assistant coach for the Thoroughbreds. We'll take our final break, come back and look at the team stats, as well as name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. That coming up after this. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.
There's just something about home. Whether it's getting home at the end of the day, being greeted by your dog or kids, or sitting on the front porch visiting with friends
give me
and neighbors.
2 minutes if
There's
you
no
don't
place
mind.
like home. We love hometown community events and the special people who make this region home to each of us. That's the background to Hinton Mills Homegrown Feed. Hinton Mills Feed is made fresh in our meals daily and sourced with many ingredients grown by local farmers. Our feed is made with care by familiar faces, especially for you, our friends at home. Fresh, local Hinton Mills.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years.
Curbside service is available.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Let's take a look now at the final numbers for you. Somebody messaged me. Don't they know what I'm doing? Oh, somebody said go Cats. Oh, Ethan said go Cats, my nephew who lives out in Portland.
It is
so
a route.
Yeah, I'll get back with him when I get back to the house. Anyway, for the game, Harrison County shoots a very solid 31 out of 60. We took 60 shots tonight.
Wow.
51.7%, 9 out of 22 from beyond the arc. But West Jessamine also shot very well, 23 of 45. That's 51.1%.
Yeah.
There for a while, Little was just going off.
Yeah.
We couldn't stop him. But Coach Harper's got to be pleased with that. It's 51.1%. They were 7 out of 16 from three beyond the arc.
I figured they were good from three.
Yep, and they were very good. Harrison County hit 16 out of 21 free throws, 76.2%. But West Jessamine, this is why they kept close again, 13 out of 15, 86.7%. But then here are the two reasons that Harrison County won this game statistically. Turnovers. Harrison County turned the ball over only 7 times, while West Jessamine was forced into 14-7, twice as many as Harrison County had turnover-wise. And the Thoroughbreds, as JoJo and I were talking about, out-rebound the Colts 29-17. 6 offensive and 11 defensive rebounds for the Colts. They were led in that department by both Kayvon Livers and Ethan Little, who each had 5 rebounds apiece. Meanwhile, another impressive stat, 13 offensive rebounds for the Thoroughbreds. They also had 16 defensive boards, and they were led tonight by Garrett Wilson, who was just flying everywhere after those boards. He had 7 rebounds all night, but very consistent. Like Caden had 5, Elijah and Justin had 4 rebounds apiece, and Mason Smiley had 3, so evenly distributed rebounding here tonight. So that will do it for that. As far as our Judy Construction Company player of the game, I think we'll give it to Mason Smiley. Mason with a career-high 23 points, buried 5 3-pointers, and just overall played great defense as he did last year as well. So congratulations once again, Mason Smiley, our Judy Construction Company player of the game. Breds' next game will be on Friday when we'll take the trip down 27 to Stanford to take on the Patriots of Lincoln County, as JoJo was talking about. One of the best teams, best programs in the 12th region have been for the last 10 or 12 years, so they will be a tough test, especially there at their place. That game time will be 7:30. We'll be on the air with the pregame show at around 7:15 or so. Meanwhile, our next broadcast will be on Thursday when we'll head the opposite direction up to Dayton High School, where the Phillies will try to bounce back from that loss here last night to Bishop Brossart against the Lady Green Devils of Dayton High School. That likewise, a 6 o'clock JV start, 7:30 varsity start. So hopefully, if you can't join us in person up in Northern Kentucky, you can join us on the radio to support your Phillies. I want to thank my engineer back at the station, Mike Davis, for doing a great job as he always does. And as always, I want to thank all of our sponsors, because without their help, we would not be able to get Harrison County High School basketball on the air. So from the hilltop, your final score for the final time, Harrison County 87, West Jessamine 66. Good evening, everyone.
Tune in again next time for Harrison County High School basketball action right here on WCYN.